I created this framework because what I found in working with my clients is that um, there's a reason why landscape employees quit their jobs. I've worked with dozens of clients doing recruiting videos around the country. I've talked directly to these people, and I've noticed a shift over the last 10 years that people, well, maybe this isn't a shift, but people really want to be treated like people. They want to belong somewhere, not just be used for their labor. And one of the things that the most successful landscape companies have in common that have a robust recruiting system, they have great reviews on Glassdoor and Indeed, people want to work at their companies, is culture. And it's easy to overlook culture as something that you don't need to do, or you'll do someday later, or we've got real work to do. I used to feel that way until I started really investing in my core values and my mission and my vision. That was when I started actually growing a cohesive team. And it's not just for digital marketing people like me. You might be thinking, well, you know what? Landscapers don't care about that kind of stuff. Well, let's hear from Kevin Johnson. He's the account manager at Cornerstone Horticultural Partners. And here's what he had to say about why he left his previous job.
So going into what I was saying earlier about, putting your best foot forward and doing what you say to your clients and backing your client representatives, my decision to change employers was not solely based on compensation. My number one reason for coming here was Turk's story. His business approach in honest work. Turk sold himself.
Kevin, you said you researched that before we even met on Voyager Chicago.
So that's just a clip of an interview with them, and they were actually at a webinar like this, having this conversation. And he went on to talk about all of the research that he did online. He was working somewhere, didn't feel like he had a very ethical company that he was working with, and that really bothered him. He wanted to sell and manage accounts at an ethical company that treated their customers well, that stood behind their work and treated their employees well. So he scoured the internet and found these articles about the owner, Jim Turkin. So does personal branding, does that make any sense in blue collar recruiting? Does it make any sense in landscaping? Hell yes, it does. And Kevin is living proof of that. And he's one of those positions that's really hard to fill. He not only has the horticultural experience, the landscape experience, he's got the people skills. He can manage clients, he can do sales and communicate with the team. And for somebody like him, the culture and the leadership was crucial. And that's going to be one of the first steps in recruiting in today's segment. Now, there's a